progenitor of all reach trucks passing through the modern production line used for its descendants.
We're in Norderstedt near Hamburg at Jungheinrich AG's oldest production site, and we're in the prototype construction department trying to restore this old Retrak forklift to bring it back to life.
Mustafa is responsible for the mechanical system.
We've removed the first part.
Well, the interior is completely ruined.
Renee, the man for the electrical system.
We have some squirrel nuts here.
But first things first, it's time to take stock.
Mustafa, take a look at this. There's a grease nipple on top of the steering.
It was all mechanical, so that's to be expected, but it lasted.
Oh yeah, impressive. There's not much we can say right now. It's rattling around in our heads at the moment. This is not a typical job. It's something special. We have to wrap our heads around it first. What are we getting into? What are we actually going to need to do here? It seems to me Mustafa is going to have a lot of fun with this clunker.
The vehicle is more than 65 years old. These experts usually work on modern prototypes. Today they're dealing with circuitry diagrams from the 1950s. They'll need to exercise caution.
Also wenn ich das Fahrzeug in Betrieb nehmen möchte oder wir Spannung anlegen wollen.
So if I try to start the vehicle, or if we put current on it, maybe I trigger a short circuit on one of the parts in there and it ends up doing more harm than good.
Ja, noch mehr kaputt mache.
If I trigger a short circuit because something is bridged and it blows the coil, then I have the problem of having to come up with a new coil. It's not something you can get from the local electronics store, so we don't want to do that.
Ja, die kriege ich ja nicht mehr bei Konrad, also das geht nicht.
For Mustafa, the forklift is a trip back to the past, even his own past.
Yeah, my father was the first of us to start here back in 1970, and then he brought me here in 81. And then my brother started working here too. And at some point my son did too. Yeah, it's a family business after all.
Familienbetrieb halt, ne?
Since the end of the 60s, Jungheinrich has been manufacturing its reach trucks in Norderstedt, near Hamburg. Vehicle production has seen a great deal of change over the past 60 years. Automation and efficiency were and continue to be the driving force in this industry, which also goes for the manufacturing process. You'll be hard-pressed to find a part now that is designed or assembled the same way it was back then. Nevertheless, the experts are making progress, piece by piece, part by part.
I'm feeling less lost now because we know what we need to do and where the problems are. Before it was like, well, let's see what we run into, and now we know.
Jetzt ist es da.
The job now is to get the electrical system freed up enough for Renee to get an idea of what's going on.
So.
These are all tricks I've learned over the course of 40 years.
Can the electrical system be salvaged? And can the forklift be made drivable again?
Wir wollen jetzt die Steuerungseinheit rausnehmen.
Now we're going to take out the control unit. I actually have all the electrical stuff freed up now. Mustafa freed up as much space as possible so that I'll have enough room to get things out. Now, if that part drops, breaks of whatever, or if it were missing, then I don't think we'd get the vehicle running again without special replacement parts. Now watch it fall.
Jetzt fällt's mir runter.
Ich halt fest.
I've got a hold on it.
Sehr
Great.
Armes.
Here it is,
Das ist gut.
in all of its glory.
Und wenn einen Käfer hatte,
And anyone who's had an old VW Beetle will have seen this fuse.
die nehme ich jetzt mit.
Right, that's coming with me.
We're about to find out if it can be saved after 6 decades.
Ja, ich denke, dass wir jetzt als nächsten Schritt
I think the next steps are to consider how we should proceed. So, like Mustafa said, we'll need to clean it first. Like René said, we'll need to inspect the electrical system to see whether everything is okay, what needs to be renewed, what needs to be saved, so that we don't screw everything up in the middle of the project and have to abort.
das Ganze zerschießen und dann abbrechen müssen.